Greetings everyone, Agion here, another company or two replay spawn on the south side as the blue Wehrmacht. We have KugelBlitz spawn on the north side as the red Soviets. We have Run Martinez Run. He's going for some penals. Over here, of course, got the initial infantry company, MG42, pretty standard opener, penals on the build queue. Oh, pretty much standard. MG42 has been built. First penal's almost out. Let's see, what doctrines would I go for? Shock rifle frontline tactics, always reasonable. Terror tactics, maybe. Airborne guards would be good. A lot of buildings for them to pop out of to help win a fight. And airborne troop tactics. Again, pretty much the airborne guards. I'm not a huge fan of airborne guards myself. Especially the airborne troop tactics, it's interesting, but I just really don't like the design of the doctrine. You got the weapons crate drop, which is different based on which unit actually picks it up. I just don't. It's just not standardized. I don't like that. And then we got Dishka HMG paradrop. It's nice, but it is a little bit cheaper than suppose just calling it a Dishka. The airborne rally points, honestly, the forward retreat thing should just be a non-doctrinal thing. A lot of things, the forward retreat points, that should generally be available to all factions without needing a doctrine. And airborne guards, they're interesting, and now they have a unique skin, which makes them better than some of my previous complaints, but beforehand they just used a sniper skin, which I was not a huge fan of. And the anti-tank rocket strafe run, it's good. We got 3 squads of Grens. Fuel point being decaptured by the Penal squad. Munitions point claimed, but there is a cutoff point here, so he won't be able to get that resources. MG42 setting it up. It will suppress the Penal squad, no problem. And there we go. Suppression's coming out and forcing immediate retreat. Just by the time he packs up, would be able to capture the point, but decides to get some free bits damage in, but still not moving. Pioneer Squad needs to stay there and capture that point. Penal Squad is trying to eye for this building. Trying to perhaps pops and trying to catch that MG surprise, maybe? Wow. That hill sort of really does look nice. I don't know why, but this just looks nice. Is that from like Ardennes Assault? Is this like some sort of modified Ardennes Assault map? I'm probably looking too much in it because it just reminds me of what's it called? Elzeborn Ridge, the one that's like the first mission you play as, usually as a dog or sometimes as a fox company for the just defensive line. Either way, we've got this Penal squads rushing forward, trying to deal with the Grenadiers. Then again, this map was originally a non-winter version and jumps in with the Pioneer squad. Throws the satchel charge, but that's not an MG42. I think he probably heard the MP40 and quickly thought, oh, I'm going to throw a satchel and then destroy the MG42. Not realizing it's actually a Pioneer squad. Quick actions, but no payoff. Though it does destroy this building entirely. Great hits coming on out by the Pioneer squad. MG42 still lurking around. Pioneers could go ahead and capture the central VP. Most of the MG42 is going to eye for the structure. Honestly, an M3 loaded with engineer flamethrower, a light clown car, could be good in dealing with this MG42. He has to deal with all the Panzerfaust, and it'd be a one-time use basically. Unless he gets bet one on the scout car to get a capturing capability. Those are going to be eyeing for this neutral point. This point just decaptured. Just a VP.
Our opponents are seizing
We do have the Battle Phase 1 has been researched, so we may see the like mechanized company. MG42 will suppress the Penal Squad, no problem. Now he knows about that MG42. 2 squads of Grenadiers here, which will make this Penal Squad very hesitant in this general area. Doesn't capture up this point. This Penal Squad is pushing on forward. Could perhaps do a nice little pincer. Good cover here. Grenadiers are not in any sort of cover. Nice rifle grenade. Gets some minor, actually decent splash. Throws out a satchel charge. He hasn't reacted. He hasn't reacted. Retreats back now. Ooh, that could have been a whole lot worse. Gets 3 models there. Grenadier Squad will likely win this engagement. Yep, the Penal Squad will need to fall back. Penal Squad will likely need to fall back. He is a minor risk of being wiped here. Unlikely though. This cutoff point has been decaptured by the combat engineers. Pioneers going to be in the heavy cover and gets captured up. The combat engineers can take pot shots at him all day. Capture up this neutral point, which will allow him to get this munitions point. Overall, great map control by the austere player. M3 scout car coming on the way, but the 222 armored car is out on the field.
We have a fresh Grenadier squad.
Wait. Never mind. I don't know why, but I thought there was supposed to be some sort of description here, but yeah, this
securing our territory.
Vision doesn't provide descriptions. It looks awfully empty. The scout car is taking a bit of damage. He can get some PTRSs to deal with it. And here comes N3. He's starting to unpack now, but still prone to being wiped. And he gets out on the wrong side of the building. Gets minor body block there. Two's coming to respawn. And if the Penal Squad can wipe it, he can potentially grab it for himself. But no, he's not getting it. And he pulled back the M3 very early, trying to avoid this 222. But it looks like not early enough.
Are seizing the sector.
Does find it, getting some great hits there. I don't see any PTRSs coming on out. He doesn't not dive the base either.
White scout gun, ready for orders. Infantry firing on us. We need orders.
No PTRSs, no PTRSs, no PTRSs. He doesn't have enough munitions for PTRSs. Shock troops are the wrong. I do believe shock troops are a wrong option at this point in time. It's a very open map, not exactly great for shock troops. Sure, they have the smoke grenade, but still, it's just pretty wide open.
The water is warmed up. A sector has been cut off.
Grenadiers are getting some good hits in, and it does fall back a bit early. This Grenadier squad is falling back as well. MG42 coming to the central point. There's a lot of heavy cover there thanks to this wrecked Sherman tank. Minor burst onto the shock troops, but doesn't get suppression. Going straight for this cutoff point. The 222 could hit it while being repaired. Here comes the scout car. MG42 does withdraw in time. Scout car being hunted down, and that scout car is going to be dead. And there goes the scout car. Shock troops still very healthy. They will get the cutoff point. Pioneer squad engaging at close range, knocking around the combat engineers with the scout car right there. Does actually fall back, and now getting hit by the backdrop will take a lot of damage on those combat engineers, but they do fall back in time.
The HQ has been upgraded. Medium armor, and the enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Doesn't capture that V point all the way, though it's just a cutoff point. Won't get any resources from it. I don't think there's an attachment right around here. PTRSs have been built. And that's a teller mine. And that teller mine could definitely be detonated by the 2-2, killing off that squad. Oh, one more bullet pen! And no, he does not get it. Shock Troops pushing the way forward, throws out a frag grenade, nice split. It's something to capture right there, does get some good hits there, but getting flanked by 2 squads. Should have fell back a little bit sooner, honestly. NG42 could just do a quick retreat.
The enemy has driven away.
And there we go, another cutoff. Cut off. Cut off? Be captured? Yes. Looks good. We got a Maxim coming on out. Oh, looks like tech to tier 2.
Our territory is falling into
He sees all the Grenadiers. You only have to worry about a scout car flanking it. An easy flank, I should say. So the Maxim is an interesting option. He doesn't have a flamer at the moment. And so he can garrison this building with the Maxim and provide some good coverage. I like it. Could still, and plus he went for that, so now he could still always get a Zis. Does see the Grenadiers here. Both Grenadiers here. Rifle grenade fired. Does dodge it. And Shock Troops do force back 1 Grenadier. The squad is running away slowly towards this Grenadier here. This Grenadier needs to do an A move around this direction while this one just sort of falls over here. Do a pincer move, hit it from 2 angles. And I'm surprised how little damage that the Shock Troops actually taking. Just a running around. If you're running around, you're not doing damage. Oh! And there goes. So yeah, he no longer needs a Zis gun at the moment. He has a lot of fuel, which would be very, very important for staying with the IS-2. Does get the cutoff as well. Likely won't capture it all the way. Sniper out in the field, a late sniper. Interesting. It has a lot of juicy targets to deal with, and the Maxim would do some good work.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Over here we got the Penals using what little heavy cover there is, and managed to get a good angle with the heavy cover against this MG42.
The territory is out of contact.
The MG42 may have an angle against some of these open guys for suppression, but looks like not. And actually falls back. I thought it was stuck it out. He probably could have wiped out the MG42. Minesweeper built for the austere player. Maxim inside this building. He hasn't seen it earlier because it has 2 kills. Wait.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our territory.
I could have sworn. Wait, it said beforehand the building had 2 kills. Wait a second. 2 kills? I never noticed that. 8 kills, then click on the garrison. It'll keep the kill counter. Why have I never seen that before? Noticed that before?
Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector.
Oh, and the sniper gets suppressed there. And he actually caused it to miss that shot because of the suppression. That sniper needs to fall back to a full retreat.
Our territory. The enemy has driven a wedge.
Cut off point once again. Cut off. And a Panzer IV on the field. I was not paying attention to the austere player's tech. And there's a Panzer IV now out on the field. His opponent hasn't even picked up a tier 3, let alone tier 4. He does have plenty of fuel.
Incendiary artillery barrage ready to fire.
He has more than enough for an Su-85 and T-4, at least in fuel-wise. Manpower, not so much.
The sector is at risk.
Sniper picking away against that shock troop. Very, very nice. The Grenadier squad could just move forward.
We have secured this sector.
And PTR squad was trying to go for a sneaky satchel. He will get the sneaky satchel. And there's an anti-tank gun shot. This is going to be a lot of damage. A lot of damage. And depending on the angle, these PTRSs could get a pair of penetrating hits on the rear armor to get the kill. Throws incendiary artillery barrage.
We must defend our headquarters.
And we'll find an angle from the bunker. Gets a hit. And gets pinned by bunker. I did not. Oh, and now he's burning some units. Wait, incendiary artillery barrage doesn't do any damage to vehicles, if I remember correctly.
Ready for orders.
But yeah, using his own structure to get around the bunker.
Assault grenadiers can now be summoned to the battlefield. Our assault grenadiers await your order to
Also, we
deploy,
got the
Commander.
strategic reserve doctrine, giving the Tiger Ace and assault grenadiers is not going to be a good idea. The Panzer IV Os J wouldn't be half bad. He has 1,000 manpower. With that much manpower, I would just say you could get some caches or throw some MG42s everywhere. Tie his opponent up. I heard a mine detonation. Yep, and this Maxim could get the wipe.
Foes have 300 points remaining. Increase your efforts.
He has so much manpower because he hasn't got any anti-tank guns, which is probably good. He can get I would say, with that 1,000 manpower, get 2 MG42s, get a Pack 40, place a MG42 in this general area to prevent this cutoff again. Place MG42 perhaps around this area, or even just right here to prevent any sort of assault from this direction. Stop his penals from having free reign on the map. More areas he can lock down, the more congested his opponent, and then his Panzer IV can just start strategically picking away against his opponent's forces.
The enemy is encroaching on our territory.
His opponent has fully teched up, needs 2 more command points for an IS-2. Approach will have enough fuel by that time, but the manpower is another question. Pin mount just got completed. 2 Zis guns are here. This could be a dead Panzer IV.
The enemy has taken our supply sector.
Barely escapes out of the mark before they fired again. And here comes another incendiary artillery barrage, a very, very wasteful incendiary artillery barrage. Won't even stop the capture at that point. But does get the cutoff point again. And the sniper is severely wounded. And does escape on out.
The sector has been cut off.
But yeah, just put a couple MG42s everywhere, just slow down his opponent. Force him to throw smoke grenades everywhere. Oh, rifle grenade was thought about, but cancelled. Shock troops are no longer here, so if you had the shock troops still there, he perhaps could have got a wipe. But he actually did a full retreat.
You need fire support?
Does reposition, but will get overwhelmed by multiple angles. And gets stuck in reloading. He needs to retreat back now. Does suppress that squad here, but needs to fall back. Again, both the cutoff points were well,
Enemy is
cut off.
taking our territory.
Does pin the squad here on the left side. PTRS is engaging the Grenadiers. Another Panzer IV coming out, and it's not the Ost-J, which really should be called the Ost-H.
We have a new Panzer IV.
Ooh, good hit.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector. Panzer IV standing by.
This Panzer IV is now pushing his way forward. Now the IS-2 is out in the field. These Panzer IVs are going to have a severely hard time. He is getting pair pack forwards. He needs that. The IS-2 has a lot of armor.
Heavy tank here. Panzer here.
Panzer IVs just don't have good armor penetration.
IS-2 here.
Double bounce, gets a pen in return.
Panzer IV standing by.
Splitting up, but derping out that low health tank does roll a miss there.
Panzer IV standing by.
Rolls multiple misses. Pen there, bounce there.
The pack gun is ready for orders.
Both pack guns are now deployed out. Ooh, he has this anti-tank gun production. That's a good bulletin. 50% faster production. But I think it only applies to the gun itself and not to the crew models. Good hits on the M242. May get wiped out.
Enemy forces
Does
are
get wiped.
securing. The enemy
Gets
has
a good hit
killed
there
the
and
machine
falling
gun.
back with all these units. Pack 40 setting on up. Gets a good pen onto the IS-2. Left side of the map has no units on either side. Could see another cutoff.
We are losing a sector.
Here's a cheeky idea. The mobile observation post is not very great for observation, but it is actually have it as a stealth reinforcement point. Incendiary artillery coming down on the right position
Enemy
this
is gaining
time.
a foothold. We are down to 300 points.
Though the scatter was quite bad that time. This guy's not currently captured the point. IS-2's gonna make his advance. Does get a good hit there. Receives a pin in return, but the combat engineers are there to repair slowly. This one is severely wounded. And there goes the Pack 40. Immediately captures up. Sniper does get hit on the Pack 40. This T7, this Panzer IV is severely wounded and does get another snipe there, decreeing the quickly captured Pack 40.
More of our troops have been lost.
Cutoff point being cut off again, but gets ripped apart by 4 LMGs, 1 HMG. I was saying before, the mobile observation post, it's really fun. It's great for just have a stealth and reinforcement point. And you could just, if when you guys get wounded, well, you just hop them inside to get healed up. And they're getting healed stealthily. Even for Assault Grenadiers, on some of the close range CQB maps, it's a great ambush point. Store up some Assault Grenadiers inside of a same camouflaged half track. As you start advancing towards the general area, you pop them out and charge. And once they get done with combat, reinforce, hop them back in to get them healed up. Oop, that was a general move order. He selected on top of the Grenadier squad. He's actually chasing the falling back Grenadier. Mortar team here, very nice. Good way to displace that Maxim.
The enemy is taking what we have secured.
Fully healed, breaking down all those hedges. Panzer IV does roll a bounce there. Pack 40, however, gets a pen. Firing a Panzerfaust, not enough damage to get a damaged engine. Mass decapturing, even decapture the cutoff point once again. He has a lot of manpower. Use it on a oop. Not enough munitions for a snare. Max up here, severely wounded. Grenadiers are severely wounded. MG42 facing the wrong direction. This could be a dead Grenadier squad. Shock troops are advancing. Panzer IV trying to hit the shock troops. Ooh, excellent hit there by the Panzer IV. Doesn't get another shot off. That could have been a squad wipe because they're running by this heavy cover there. Right now, the Austria player needs something mobile to deal with that IS-2. The anti-gun here is destroyed. A Panther, Tiger Ace will be able to probably arrive a little bit too late to deal with that IS-2. KV-8 on the build queue. That would be a very effective anti-infantry unit. Pino Squad's going to be forced on back. IS-2 lining up shot. Ooh, trying to get some med pack, but gets interrupted, doesn't get the capture. Mortar team had faced in the wrong direction, had a general attack order on that one unit. Panzer IV's fully healed.
We are losing territory.
Two Grenadiers in the center. I assume now rotating forward. The KV is complete. And that miss actually did more damage to the squad. That was miss to the other squad. Again. Does take after Central VP. Panzer IV is making their advance. Great opportunity here, but doesn't have vision of the area. City artillery barrage coming in has been laid down. KV-8 will find an excellent opportunity on this PAC 40. And the MG42 was very spread out. IS-2 coming in to support the KV-8. Panzer IV is in not a great position. The PAC 40 is not set up, so we'll have trouble versus both these targets. The KV-8, it does have a lot of armor. And the Panzer IVs are just missing. PAC 40 will get decrewed.
Destroyed an anti-tank gun.
I think, and he's going to force fire the PAC 40. Doesn't want that lost. IS-2 does get penned there. 2 shots to the death. And sort of poor maneuvering of the Panzer IVs.
Enemy is taking our territory.
Mortar team awaiting orders.
Again, the cutoff point, and actually going to decapture the fuel point once again. He needs that fuel. If he actually doesn't have a heavy Panzer Corps, so... Oh, he's getting it now. Never mind. Perhaps actually Stugs would have been better trying to deal with that IS-2. A pair of Stugs just to wail on that IS-2. Even fire enough shots and they will go down.
To 200 points.
IS-2 reversing move into the Panzer IV. Is that Teller mine still around here? There is a minesweeper on the Soviet side, but it looks like the Teller mine has been swept. He will spot the IS-2 with those mortars. And get some good hits on the Maxim. Another good hit there. Ooh, and the sniper goes down. Shock troops will be forced back by the Panzer IV. Mortar team does barely escape. And now here comes a Panther in the build queue. He can't take time to save up for our Tiger tank. He needs that Panther. He needs a more effective anti-tank. MG42 will suppress this PDRS penal. This one needs to get over on the other side of the map. The KVA hasn't really done all too much. Incendiary artillery barrage coming in, but really wasteful. And that scatter. What was that scatter? Nice bounce from the Pack 40. Just because it's great against the IS-2 doesn't mean it's great against a Panzer IV with less armor.
Panther ready.
No Pack 40 by the Austrian player, just only the captured one by the Soviet player. Oh, did he get some friendly fire there?
Our opponents are seizing the sector.
Is he going for a satchel charge? It's not an anti-AT satchel, but can potentially snare the engine if it stays there. And there we go. Panther is on the field, but getting wounded by the Pack 40. Apparently the Pack 40 can pen Panther, but not a Panzer IV. 3 anti-tank guns for the Soviet player, so that's a lot of anti-tank. And he's also at pop cat, so he can't spend his fuel. If he can start floating his manpower, that would be great, so in case he loses something, he can quickly replace it. Only one Pioneer squad left. It doesn't have the, oh, it does have the repair kit.
Enemy forces are capturing
Bad
our
order of
supplies.
operations. Doesn't show the minesweeper symbol there with the UI symbol.
The enemy has 75 points remaining. You appear suited for command.
The Wehrmacht player is down to his last 66 points. These units are currently pinned down. Incendiary artillery barrage onto the MG42. These guys are being burned up as well. Panther and Panzer IV making their advance. The Grenadiers are falling back. We'll be running through fire. And he almost got wiped out by that fire. There was a lot of anti-tank guns here, but the IS-2 should be able to clean up that Panzer IV, no problem. There goes the Panzer IV. KV-8's being hunted down by the Panther. Getting some good hits there. No landmines here, but he will have to have anti-tank guns hit the rear armor. Getting some good hits there. Trying to draw the Panther back into the arcs of the anti-tank guns. And can't. And we'll get the AT satchel off. There goes the KV-8, but the engine will be snared. All of these AT guns go down to this Panzer IV. Panther is severely wounded. The AT rifles will likely kill it off, if not the IS-2. There goes the Panther. Panzer IV is one shot away from death. The IS-2 has spent 3, and GG has been captured by the Soviet player. There goes the Panzer IV. And that's going to be game for the Wehrmacht player. Cast GG. And has surrendered. This is Agion saying thank you for watching and signing off.